Hello, my name is Justin Morris, and I'm here exploring Kenya on a motorcycle. And I had a passenger who borrowed a helmet from KTM, and I ended up breaking a small plastic piece in here that is vital to the operation of the helmet. Uh, was unable to order it online and um, decided to find a place in Nairobi to get it made using 3D printing. Um, there really is only one place, which turns out to be Ridorna. And what they did is I had them copy the plastic insert that allows the visor to move up and down, which difficult of a piece to make. There's some moving, essentially some parts that allow it to stay in three different positions and allow it to stay up. And it would have been very difficult to, I think I would have had to buy a new helmet if I couldn't have it made here. And it turned out perfect. I'm so happy that I was able to find this company, and I look forward to the next project that I get to have done here, because it was a great experience.
Hello everyone and welcome to Ridorna Designs. I'm your host Ridik Okwemba. So today will be basically a walkthrough session of how I designed this part that Justin has just talked about. So I thought maybe it could help some of you out there on how you can approach such a problem. So I'll first show you the features. So this is how the model looks from the front. This is the part that actually interacts with the visor, and we have this feature here, this domed part here that I've just highlighted. So this part gets pressed with the visor, and then it springs back and forth into three distinct positions. So that's why it has these two slots there to enable it to spring back and forth. And then over here we have this locating feature. So on the helmet itself we have a hole that this one actually mates with. So this one it's basically a foolproof mechanism to ensure that this part only fits in a certain orientation onto the helmet. Another tricky part that I'd say is the challenging part of this modeling was these two jagged faces. So as you can see, this jagged face right there, this face, it is cylindrical, but it's also cut in a slanted manner. And then there were two actually, so it's that one, and then there's this other face right there. So let's jump to the beginning of how I started modeling. Let's jump back in time and see how I approached this. So the number one thing that I like to highlight is not actually that one, it's actually the sketch. So I first of all start with the sketch, and let me just hide this from ornament right there. So this is the sketch that I started with. So this one captures most of the features that I've just talked about, and it captures them in dimensions. So this is the first sketch that I make, and then from this sketch, that's where I get all the features from. So after drawing that sketch, I start by extruding a small cylinder like so. After that, we cut through it, beginning to get the features that we desire. The pin that I talked about was the other feature that followed, and then we have an extruded cut over there. We strengthen it with some ribs, and then we start the cut out of the feature that I talked about that interact with the visor. So this feature, I made it in several stages. Let me just click through so that you can see how it was developed. So after that I cut that part, and then I started modeling that small cylinder and then put on the dome. So now you can see the part has begun to take some shape, yeah. So after that, it's a matter of filleting it to make it conform to the surface. And then again, I had a model that I was looking at as I was modeling this one. So I had a physical model of the mirror copy of the part that actually got broken, the part, say the left hand side. So after that we come up to that feature. It's just a simple extruded boss, and then after that now things start becoming interesting. Remember the two slanted walls that I talked about? First of all, I modeled a projected curve right there because it was a certain height on the two edges, so I had to capture it just right. So as you can see, it's slanted and at the same time it's concentric to the axis of this circle. So after that, extruded a surface, and then I did the same thing for the other face right there. So it's a bit smaller, but I employed the same tactic. So after that, I thicken the two surfaces, and then now as you can see, they have conformed and they're now one body with the rest of the design. So from here on in, I was happy with the model. So it's just capturing some few features and filleting it. So you add a couple of fillets as you can see, and the model was ready. So I was lucky this time, and it worked the first time. Like this is the model that you can see, just in the yellow model that you can see on the helmet that Justin is holding, was the first model I actually printed from this design, and it worked perfectly. So I'd just like to say it was a very, I'd say, medium level sort of modeling, and these are things that we get from time and again. Sometimes you have a device that is basically working okay, but you have some few parts that are missing or have broken, or because of use over time or abuse, and most of the time you might find that you're forced to throw out the whole thing because of just a small part. So if you have such challenges, you can reach out, and we can see how we can help each other, because this is something that I do. I'm sure that I will welcome any challenge that is thrown my way. Thank you for joining me in this session, and I look forward to being with you in the next sessions and in the next videos that I'm going to release. Have a nice day. Thank you, and remember to like and subscribe.